Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and this is Lunch Break. It is Thursday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day! We'll hope that the luck of the Irish is with us all today. They say this is the day, what I see on Facebook this morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day, the day where everyone has a little bit of Irish in them, except the Dutch. We're still Dutch. It was from a Dutch friend of mine. So anyway, it made me chuckle. It was a nice start to my morning. And I'm not wearing green. I'm not looking very St. Patrick's Day. I don't own a lot of green, not to wear. And I didn't get any St. Patrick's Day decorations, but when I was planning or thinking about lunch break for today, I was thinking, oh, I have to make a card that's green. I should pull out some green. We'll make green cards of something, even if they're not St. Patrick's Day cards. At least they'll be green. And then when I was planning this, whoosh, that thought was nowhere on my mind. So guess what? The cards today are not green. There's a little bit of green in one of them. But anyway, happy St. Paddy's Day. Hope you're having a great one. If you are here, say hello. Let me know that you are joining me. And I'm just going to scroll down over here and see what's going on. So do say hi. Do let me know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, let me know that as well. I always like to say hello to everyone that has stopped by. And thank you so much for stopping by. This is live on my Great Stamping with Connie Facebook page right now, but I will also upload it to YouTube later. So if you are watching it on YouTube, thank you, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to have you join me there, and you can set up notifications both in Facebook or in YouTube so that you know when I'm live or when I've added a new video to YouTube. So would love to have you come along for my crafting journey, and hopefully you'll do some crafting with me. I offer lots of opportunities to craft together. 3 times a week to be exact, where I am on here crafting with you, and then I also offer lots of classes and things. You can get all of the information, all of the details on my website, which is greatstampingwithconnie.com. So let's get started here. I have some easy crafting for today because that's what we do at lunchtime. And let me just flip this down. I have to stand up and grab my phone here, but hopefully I can get it all going here. There we go. Looks like we're facing down anyway. That's always a good sign. And just make sure we have everything in the window so that you can see what you need to see, and I know where I should be working. There we go. I think we're all in. It's getting in. I think so. I need to drop everything down just a smidge. Okay, so today I wanted to share with you a card that I found in the annual catalog. And we've talked about this before, but I always like to share the creative process with you so that if you are crafting on your own, you have an idea what size layers you want to make, and you know how I come up with my ideas. There's lots and lots of ways to come up with ideas, but one of the awesome ways to do that is with the catalog. So this is the annual catalog, which is going to be going away soon. So I want to play with it and everything from it as much as I can right now. And I am on page 68 here, and you will see here that we have this. Ooh, where are we going? Make sure it doesn't look too crazy here. This card right here, look at that. It's easy, but how pretty. It shows off some gorgeous designer series paper. This one uses some gold foil, I believe, or maybe something else from this suite. I didn't really look, but looks like some gold foil there, a little strip of, and some gold cording. I'm not using those items today because I'm going to case this card, which is copy and selectively edit. So I'm, you know, not using the things that weren't working for me and my supplies, but I've, you know, put in some other things. So let's get the supplies out and we can get started. So I am using 2 stamp sets because there was some pattern stamp tone on that card. So I'm going to use a couple of the stamps from the Simply Succulents stamp set, and then I'm going to use this Just Because sentiment from the Lovely You stamp set. And these are both stamp sets from the annual catalog. Okay, so if you are looking for those, you will find them there. But I don't need them here because I have the I have the bits and pieces out that I need. So I have a card base, and it is a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Good afternoon, Lorna. Thank you for joining me. We're just getting started with our card, and I haven't even shown anyone yet, so you haven't missed any secret info. And then I am using, because it has occurred to me recently that the annual catalog is going away soon. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to use these things because they are beautiful and I have them. So these 2 pieces of cardstock are from the Simply Elegant Specialty Designer Series paper. And these are the papers with all of the foiling on one side. So just a quick little smushing of all the different papers. There's gold and copper and silver. Beautiful papers, and we've used these before when we've been crafting. It's a very vanilla background in some of them and a basic white background in others. So lots of flexibility, and the patterns on the back are all sort of muted. There is no foiling on the back, but they're whites and grays and vanillas and blacks. So black and gray are kind of the colors on the back, mixed in with very vanilla or basic white. So those are the papers in that package, or a quick peek at them. This one, so this is what we're using. I don't particularly care for this pattern on the front. It's a lot of busy gold, and it does have a place, but it's not one of my favorites. But oh my gosh, I love these little diamonds on the back. They're little itty-bitty dots and circles and things, and I love the gray. I like gray a lot, so that is that's one of my favorites, and it worked out nice that I really liked one side and wasn't sad about turning over and missing out on the other side. This one, I like the black and the very vanilla, but oh my gosh, to die for, this is my favorite. So I haven't used this on any cards, and I probably won't, because I don't want to turn over and lose this beautiful copper flower side. So anyway, just how I feel about things. You, of course, can use whatever side of anything you want, because there are no rights or wrongs in crafting. And I have lost my bone folder. Well, it's not really lost. It's misplaced. It's out and about under stuff, I'm sure. I'm doing a craft sale this weekend, and so I have been crafting at all times and in all places. So I've been carrying bits of things here and there, and trying to get things ready. I've also been cutting for my March card class, because those kits have to go in the mail this afternoon. So I do have one extra kit. It's based on the Tulips bundle is what we are doing this month. So anyway, I have cut both of these pieces of Designer Series paper are 5.5 inches long. This one is 1.5 inches wide, and this one is 1 inch wide, but it's only going to show a 1/2 inch strip. I made it 1 inch because our Stampin' Seal is about 1/2 inch wide, and so if I, it leaves me enough space to just put a strip of Stampin' Seal right down this edge to hold it all together. And then I am just going to line this up with some of my grid lines here and go over 2 squares so that I can get this glued down. Oh, I should have it lower so I can see where I'm headed at the top. So I can get my 1/2 inch strip to be a 1/2 inch and get my cardstock even, which is hard to do when you're looking at an angle, but I'm giving it my best shot here. There, I think we're okay. It's a little bit off. I'm just going to pull this a smidge. It looked like it was a little bit off. I didn't know whether it was my eyes or my paper. I don't know that I can really get it fixed, but we're just going to pull it a little bit, and okay, there we go. This is a smoky slate card base. I had pulled out a basic gray card base, but it just looked, it was too close because this is basic gray, so I wanted a little more contrast. Let's grab the stamps. I have just flicked my dimensionals across the room. Well, okay, I exaggerate. Not really across the room, but onto the floor. So, and I am just going to stamp tone on tone here because I want to add some interest, but I'm not actually, this is not, my stamped image is not going to be my main focal. So, Smoky Slate cardstock and Smoky Slate ink. And this is the large stamp from the Simply Succulents. And actually, you know what? I think I am going to adhere this first, which is sort of unusual, but I want to know where to put my stamp because, oh, Lorna, look, I was going to say, my Stampin' Seal is doing what yours did because it's coming out the end here, but it's also right at the end. I didn't realize I was so close to the end. Okay, so I'm going to finish this with Seal Plus because it too is sitting right here. You don't need Seal Plus for a flat card. This is excellent for, you know, when you want a heavier seal for some 3D things and that. But it will work on cards. You can use it anywhere. Now this one, I'm going to just come up here. So I am putting this right at the edge of my card base. So there's no cardstock showing on this edge. It's just the Designer Series paper. And now I can see where I want my stamp to go. And I'm just going to put this up a bit. So I'm certainly not using the whole stamp. I'm just using a portion of it, but it's just to add some interest and some texture. And as you can see, it's fairly subtle, which was what we were after. And here's another flower stamp from the same set, and I am just going to pop him up here towards the top. There we go. And that is it for this one. I'm going to do my sentiment in basic gray, just so it's a little bit darker. And I'm looking at this. I pulled out Very Vanilla because there was Very Vanilla in the other card that I made, but this really needs to be Smoky Slate, or it could be white, I believe. So maybe we'll make it white because I have that here. There's no Very Vanilla in this. There was Very Vanilla in this, the other piece for the other sample that I made. So I was thinking I would use it for both of them, but that will not work. But that's okay. We have basic white right here. It's all good. I just need a stamp. There we go. Look, a stamp. Just because. Don't ask me why, but as I was pulling this out, somehow the show Sesame Street flashed through through my thoughts or my memories. And oh, today's card is brought to you by the words "just because." Remember how today's show is brought to you by the letter A and the number 5, and sometimes it would be brought to you by the word happy, or something that went with the theme of their show that day. So I had this just because thing because I have a couple other samples to show you, and I used the just because sentiment on all of them today. I think that's sort of how it all got started, but anyway. Alrighty, so I have that all stamped and ready to go. And you could just cut this, the sentiment, or you could use a die. I have the everyday label. I should maybe turn it this way. It might be a little bit easier to see without the glare. And I'm just going to punch it out with this. Just get it centered there. There we go. Just because. So simple cards, they can go to anybody for any reason, or just because. Just because we wanted to send someone a smile, because certainly when you send a card, it does bring a smile to their face. It brings a smile to our face as we craft it and think about them and get it ready, pop it in an envelope and into the mailbox, and then puts a big smile on your face when you get a card in the mail, doesn't it? So, okay. Let's get these off of here. Oh, I guess I should put it on right side up, shouldn't I? Yeah, you could put this on an angle. Actually, maybe I will. I did my other straight. You can put it straight. You could put it, you can put it anywhere you want. I kind of left a gap in my stamping, so this was where I was thinking I would put it. But I think I may add this guy on a bit of an angle. I did the other straight, and so we'll just change it up a little bit. There we go. And what do I have for gems? I was thinking we would stick with the copper theme. So I have the brushed metallic adhesive dots, and these are the gold and the copper. There is also the sort of greenish ones. Look, a free gold metallic pearl. No, not really. That fell off of another package. But anyway, I have my take your pick. And I think I am just going to put these onto the tag. I have lots of room on my tag. So, oops, it would come off better if I'm on top of it, wouldn't it? I'm just going to add some of these. Oh, I see. I have cut bits and pieces out of here, and that's why it's a little funny. Okay. Maybe we'll use 3 all the same size. I often switch up the sizes, but we'll just do that. There we go. Quick, easy, cute, just because. Great for little lunchtime crafting. So the other 2 cards that I made are the same. Here is the other one that I made where I mentioned that there was Very Vanilla in the cardstock, and so the Very Vanilla tag worked, but no Very Vanilla over here. So I like the white better on that one. This one has a basic gray card base, and I used basic gray ink on there. And this again is also basic gray. Same punch. I used the same punch for all 3 cards, and this is the same designer series paper. And then for my 3rd card, I used the Expressions in Ink designer series paper, and this is all the flowers. This one again has metallics on it, but different paper, different package. This is polished pink, And so I used polished pink ink on there. And I embellished this one with the pastel pearls with the light pink to pick up the different pinks in that. So there's the cards for today. And shall I flip us back? Here we go. Everybody get ready. I just use my phone. I don't know. I do this one different than the others. So I have to actually move my device. So here we go. I'm going to wiggle and jiggle you and turn this back if I can, because right now you're staring at weird stuff. There we go. That is my hand setting up my phone again. But now I'm back. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you like these cards. Like I said, they are quick, they are easy, but they're beautiful handmade cards. So it doesn't have to be, 8 million layers and totally time consuming. You can craft and make some easy cards to share with people, and they will still bring big smiles to people's faces. So thank you for joining me for lunch break today. Oh, it looks like my clock is slowing down. I'm not really sure what time it is. Oh, I could check my watch. Okay, it is 12:22. Maybe the clock's okay. I don't know. The clock on the wall is a little funky, but anyway, quick crafting today. So happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. May the luck of the Irish be with you and bring you good fortune, and be careful with the green beer. I don't even like ordinary colored beer, so I'll not be doing the green beer, but anyway, have some fun and have an awesome rest of the day. Bye for now, everyone.